Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more Let's Play PilotWings 64. I don't foresee me getting very much done in this episode. In fact, a lot of these missions are actually going to be pretty lengthy, so I'm going to be spending the majority of this mission doing the Class B hand glider missions. The first mission we have is Velocity Square. When I was younger, I had a lot of problems with this mission. Basically what you have to do is you have to ascend to 400 meters above sea level, and to do that you have to use these air currents, and you're going to want to make the best of what you can with the air currents, because when I was younger, one of the problems I had was that I would never get enough air to actually get inside the next air current. So you kind of have to move around a little bit while you're in the air current, and then also push down on the control stick just to get a little extra air. Don't do it too much though, because if you do, you may lose a lot of speed and then you'll just, go down anyways. So just be smart with the air currents and you should be fine. It's not really a difficult mission. The hardest thing about this mission though is probably the landing, because the target's kind of awkwardly placed right after the last air current, and you have to decrease your altitude or your elevation by quite a bit to actually even get on level with the target. And if you do that immediately, you're going to go too fast and you're not going to be able to land properly. So what you kind of want to do is when you hit the last air current and when you get to 400 meters, you want to turn around a little bit, slow down majorly, and then kind of, try to get level with the target and then actually try to land. The target itself is about at 350 meters above sea level. As you can see, I'm kind of lined up with it right now, so you can kind of use that to see where it is elevation-wise. And then, yeah, just try your best to make the landing. It is difficult, I will admit. It can be difficult, because the landing with the hand glider is pretty important. And they tried to make the landing, more difficult in some of these missions. Okay, so I'm going to try to get level now. Gonna speed down a little bit, or speed down, is that even a, no, slow down, what am I talking about? Okay, and I should be actually pretty good right here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose some time points though. I think time points, you start losing them at 230, I think, or no, it might be 215. Yeah, we'll find out in a little bit. But yeah, just go for the landing. Again, trying to slow down a little bit. This should actually be pretty good. Oh, I kind of lost some on the accuracy right there, though. Okay, wow, that wasn't very good. Okay. Only 83 points. Well, I may not have to redo that if I can get some good scores on these missions, but we'll see what happens. If not, I'll just redo that first mission and then show you the landing, the better landing. Okay, so here we have Shutterbug II, the second photography mission. In this one, you have to take pictures of two things. The first thing you need to take a picture of is this whale that is coming out of the water right here. Just make sure you line up properly with the whale and get some good pictures on it. That last one was not very good, but that's not going to be a problem. Basically, what you want to do here is you want to take only 3 pictures of each item, and then hopefully you get a really good picture with one of your 3 shots. And the second thing you have to take a picture of is the fountain that's actually right by the target. And I am getting very, very close to the water. I'm probably not going to make this. Come on, just a little higher. Come on, almost there. Just make it to the air current. Come on, come on. Okay, good. Whew, that was close. But yeah, the second picture is basically right at the ending. So some of you will probably think, well, I'll just take the picture and land, but you actually don't have any time points whenever you do the photo missions, so what I recommend doing is, try to at least, fly by once to get the picture, then fly away, and then set yourself up for the landing. So yeah, I got some good pictures right there. So now I'll just try to turn around and see if I can actually get a good landing going. And make sure you watch out for all the things that could potentially make you crash. Pretty much if it stands out in the open, you can crash into it, so just be very careful. And that was actually pretty good. That was a really good landing. Unfortunately, I lost quite a few points in the photo area. So let's check those photos out. Okay, this second one was obviously the best. 23 points. Best fountain, probably the second one. No? Okay, well, I guess the first one was the best. 27 points, so... They weren't bad photos, but I think I could have gotten, you know, a few more points on the whale one. Oh well. I'll redo that if I have to, but I probably won't have to. Okay, so here we have Seagull Wing. This one's kind of unique. What you have to do for this one is you pretty much have to land at exactly 3 minutes if you want a perfect score, which can actually be kind of difficult because you have to really have a sense for what you're going to do and when you're supposed to, you know, turn around and go towards the target. What I recommend for this mission is I recommend just going straight for like the first 50 seconds, and then from there you want to start turning around and actually, you know, go towards the target. And usually you'll actually get there around the 3-minute mark. And I guess since I'm just going to be flying around for part of this mission, I guess I could talk about a few things. A lot of people have been asking me a few questions about the PilotWings series. One, if I knew about the Super NES PilotWings, and two, if I've, you know, heard any information about the new PilotWings game that's supposed to actually come out for the 3DS. First, I have heard of the Super NES PilotWings, and I have actually played it before. But I will say I am not a very big fan of that PilotWings game. I just could not get used to the controls very well at all. I just couldn't do it. I am willing to give it another chance though, so I might just, you know, like download it on an emulator or something. But from the first time I played the game, I was not very impressed with it. I just could not get used to the controls, and the missions seemed a lot more duller than they do in this game. Not that like the missions here are epically awesome or anything, but I mean, they're fun to do. I didn't have very much fun with the Super NES PilotWings, but I might give it a try down the road. Probably won't let's play the game though. And as for the 3DS PilotWings that was announced at E3 this past year, I am actually looking forward to that. In fact, that is actually one of the reasons why I decided to let's play this game, because of the announcement of the other game. So I am looking forward to that. I'm interested to see what they'll do with that game. But for now, not that much information has really been given out about it, unless I just haven't been reading enough into it yet. But that should look like that looks to be a pretty good game. I'll definitely give it a shot because I love this PilotWings game so much. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably not going to make it by the 3-minute mark, unfortunately. So I am going to lose some points, but maybe I won't lose that many points. That's what I'm kind of hoping for right here. Actually, on my practice file of this, I actually got a perfect score, believe it or not. I just got very, very lucky with my landing, and like I just happened to land a little bit after 3 minutes, and it still decided to give me the perfect. However, with all my scores combined, that wasn't quite enough for a gold badge, so I'm going to have to redo one of the missions, so I'll be right back with that. Okay, so here we are at terminal velocity. I just got the altitude requirement, and now I have to make the landing. As you can see, I actually managed to get here at a much smaller time limit, so I should actually get perfect time points here. All I have to do, though, is make a good landing. The score I have to get in order to get a gold badge is 87, so as long as I get an 87, I should be okay. The landing doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it to be perfect. It'd be nice to get 100 points here, but I really don't see that happening. Okay, so let's get this landing done. Didn't like that landing, but that should be good enough. And it is. I lost some points for both landing impact and accuracy, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It's a gold badge. Getting a gold badge on that class is actually pretty difficult. So, next, I guess I'll go ahead and start the Rocket Belt B class missions.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll use Robin. Robin is perhaps the most promiscuous character in this game. There's always got to be someone like that in every game like this, I guess. So the first mission for the Rocket Belt is Balloon Bonanza. For this one, what you have to do is you have to break the 2 blue balloons. But after you break the blue balloons, they will turn into 5 orange balloons. So basically you have to break all the balloons. Which is not really that hard. They're actually pretty generous with the time points, which is a good thing because the second balloon is actually placed in a very bad location, as you'll probably see in a minute. So yeah, just hit all the balloons, just one more orange one over here, and now we'll move over to the balloon over here. As you can see, this blue balloon is actually located over a bunch of machinery, and yes, that will impact the orange balloons when they fall to the ground. They're really going to be bouncing all over the place, which is really, really annoying, but again, as I said earlier, they're pretty generous with the time points, so you should be able to get this done in a pretty acceptable time. And unfortunately, this might actually be the last mission I cover in this video. I could try to fit the next one in, but the next one is actually pretty lengthy, so yeah, I'm going to have another short video, although I guess it's not really that short because technically the time limit used to be 11 minutes and I'm over the 12-minute mark right now, but still, I like to make the best use of my time. Of course, though, I also like to, you know, not have awkward endings either, but whatever. It's not a big deal. I'd just rather not end a video while I'm in the middle of doing a mission like this. Okay, so let's go for the landing. I'll definitely make it in before the time points, that's for sure. Okay, landing accomplished. And I got a perfect! Hooray for that! Okay. Well, as I said, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. I'll see you guys next time where I'll do the rest of the Rocket Belt B-class missions, and then hopefully I'll get started and maybe even finish with the gyrocopter ones. So, I'll see you guys next time.